Hi friends, welcome back to the Weekly Tweak, the show who has officially reached 50 followers on TikTok and YouTube. Well, technically only 49 on YouTube as of taping, but I'm very confident that we're going to get that last one any second now. This week, the MTA yet again tried to find a solution to turnstile hopping. Plot twist, it's still not working. Yeah, even I could have seen that loophole from a mile away. Unfortunately, though, the MTA didn't account for that small, slightly thinner than an adult-sized net gap between the new doors, and someone got their head stuck. That can't be too big of a deal, though, right? They use the same doors in Boston, and they just open back up if they feel something in their way, as they should. Well, a technician from the MTA explained, the only way to free someone from the gate's jaws is to shut off the automated door and open it manually. What in the Indiana Jones is that design? Hey, we know that people try to sneak through and we just can't crack it, so let's just install literal death traps. Maybe that'll make people want to pay the fare. Oh, also, let's raise the fare price again. They'll love that. Yeah, the fare price is increasing again in January. Only by 10 cents, but still it's increasing. And the iconic MetroCard is being discontinued to push for the tap-and-go payment system Omni. I'm actually in favor of the switch. I'm for anything that reduces paper waste. I'm Oregonian like that. Also, I haven't used a physical MetroCard in over a year. My first concern was, what about the people who qualify for reduced fare? They already took care of that too, so it's all good. New turnstiles bad, fare increase bad, Omni good. Something also good, a theme park spotlighting famous toys, including the Barbie brand and Hot Wheels, is slated to come to Kansas. Barbies are cool and all, but I was a die-hard Hot Wheels kid, and I'm stoked at the possibility of riding in a real life, and these are real Hot Wheel cars, Sugar Caddy, Whip Creamer, and the best car of all, the Strip Teaser. This project won't begin construction for a couple more years, but it's being funded by sales tax and revenue bonds. STAR bonds for short. Basically, bonds are taken out and then repaid with the money earned from sales taxes paid at the park. That way, taxes don't increase and citizens stay financially unaffected by the large project. But Kansas has a bit of a habit of starting projects using STAR bonds and not completing them. So at this point, Barbie better keep her 200 plus jobs since the state is still on the hook for all those other failed projects. Now, before we move on to our next segment, we need to revisit something we discussed 2 weeks ago, the Honduran presidential election. If you missed it, here's what we said. Or, put more digestively, Honduras has been having a heated rivalry, not that one, between their two leading presidential candidates after several terms of not-so-awesome leaders. In the end, Nasrallah Esfera won. Despite the announcement, Hondurans, especially the losing candidate Salvador Nasrallah, are torn on how to react. You see, Trump openly endorsed Esfera, and his campaign saw a huge spike in support afterwards. And then there was a lot of conspiracy and actual truth to reports of votes not being counted. Nasrallah has every right to be unsatisfied with the results, even more so that this was his fourth loss in a presidential race. But Nasrallah said he would not ask Hondurans to take to the streets, recalling the protests after a contested election in 2017 that turned deadly. In 2017, many protests broke out in Honduras that led to over 30 deaths after Nasrallah's defeat to Juan Orlando Hernandez, a guy with way too much baggage to cover again. Go back and watch our episode from 2 weeks ago. But back to Esfera, who it seems will be the next president of Honduras. He was backed by Trump just 3 days before the election. And Trump pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez, who used to be the president of Honduras, but was serving 45 years in prison on drug trafficking charges. And Hernandez also happens to be a buddy of Esfera. It's an international reboot of Mean Girls with repercussions yet to be known. So I'm sure we will be revisiting Honduras again. Drama again, tea again. But for now, we're going to talk about me and the week I've had. Things that personally affected me this week. This week, I watched the newest Superman movie, and I gotta say, I liked it. I wasn't expecting Nicholas Hoult to actually look good bald. But ever wonder why Lex Luthor is bald? I did, so I looked it up. The answer is a bit convoluted, but originally, Lex Luthor had a full head of red hair. Yes, Lex Luthor is canonically a ginger. But Leo Nowak, one of the artists for the comics, accidentally drew him as bald one time and they all just kind of ran with it. And so in a later comic, to explain the hair loss, it is told that Lex Luthor once saved Superman's life when he was a teenager. And as a thank you, Superman, or Superboy at the time, built Lex a lab with all kinds of dangerous chemicals. And as a thank you for building the lab, Lex Luthor decided to develop an antidote for kryptonite. But then he accidentally knocked over some of the chemicals and started a fire. Superboy came in and extinguished it all with his super breath. Yes, that is a real power of Superman's. And as the smoke cleared, it was revealed that the chemicals caused all of Lex Luthor's hair to fall out. And Lex blames Superboy for the entire incident since he was the one to supply the chemicals in the first place, I guess. And that's where his hatred of Superman started. Lex Luthor is a villain because he's bald. I had the absolute honor of taking part in a good old-fashioned Nerf war this week. 10 minutes of trigger-happy fun and 20 minutes of picking foam bullets out of heating vents. And as I got on my hands and knees to meticulously pick up each and every foam fingerling, I wondered who said Nerf first. Like, I know Nerf is a brand, but it's also a material, I think, so who started it? The founder of Nerf, Rain Geyer, didn't actually name the brand himself. Instead, one of the people involved in promoting the line suggested naming it after the foam-padded roll bars on Jeeps, which off-roaders had dubbed Nerf bars. Rain Geyer himself didn't even know the meaning until after they started selling the product. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, just look at this guy. He isn't just go with the flow, he is the flow. He's just happy to be a part of something. He's also the guy that invented Twister. Speaking of twist, here's a plot twist. This was recorded 2 weeks ago. And as were many of the other segments from the past couple of episodes, so that I could spend more time with my family during Christmas. So the last thing I'll mention that affected me this week is that I wrote 2,299 words in 2 days. I did it for you, Mom. I also Christmas shopped for my mom and got her lion's mane extract. Lion's mane is a type of mushroom that I really want to pet just by looking at it. But it's also great for holistic medicine practices, just to clarify. I'm not like a hippie, but I do believe that mushrooms have a lot of untapped potential in the medicinal world. And in 2017, a published research document written by Kevin Spellman, who, if his smile didn't give it away, is a pretty big deal in the molecular biology world. He talks about a clinical trial of giving lion's mane to 50 to 80-year-old men and women in Japan. And every single test subject, not given the placebo, showed signs of cognitive improvement in as little as 4 weeks. Spellman also mentions a trial that involves administration of lion's mane at 2 grams a day in cookies over 4 weeks that showed a reduction in some symptoms of anxiety and depression in menopausal women. Y'all, this man gave depressed women mushroom cookies to help, and it worked. I'm starting to think that medicine isn't that hard. Next time I have a cold, I'm going to lick a toad and chase it with a buzzball, because that's basically what NyQuil is. That's everything that affected me this week. 2 weeks ago for y'all, I guess. Hi friends! We're doing another Uncle Tony's Reptile Corner. It's been a hot minute, but he's back. Hi Tony!
Hey Lottie, how you doing today?
I'm doing great! High five of friendship!
Bam, you got it.
What'd you bring?
I brought you a very special friend of mine today. We're branching off from the scaly reptilians to meet somebody a little creepy and crawly. How do you like that, Charlotte?
I like it.
So this is an emperor scorpion. I'm going to show you how to hold it in a minute. This is one of the largest species of scorpion in the world. And I like that you're jumping right into it, but let me explain to you the potential effects of the venom first.
Okay.
Are you allergic to bee stings?
I think everyone is. Oh, no, not like anaphylaxis. I'll be
That's
all
what
right.
I'm asking. You're okay. He does have a stinger. He's not going to use it on you unless you were poking or prodding at the top like that. But if you put 2 hands out flat like that, flatten them all the way, stay still perfect, and bada bing, bada boom, you got a scorpion in your hands.
I like it.
Now, I want to tell you a couple of things about scorpions. Whoop. Have you ever heard about how scorpions reproduce?
No.
No, you don't know about scorpion sex then?
No, we didn't cover that in health class.
Would you mind holding hands with me for a moment?
Okay.
So when scorpions reproduce, they hold hands like that. They lock their claws and they do a little dance like that. They wiggle, 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 wiggle. Now when things get real crazy, the male will go ahead and he'll drop a sperm plug. Go ahead, you can imitate that if you'd like. I'm gonna let you handle that part.
Bloop.
Beautiful.
There's my sperm plug.
The female will pick up on the pheromones from that. She'll do her own little dance over it. She'll pick up the sperm plug and she'll carry that around with her, right?
She just carries it?
Yep. Oh. Eventually, she pops out some beautiful eggs. Those beautiful eggs sit on her back right here. And eventually they turn into these little adorable white baby scorpions. These scorpions are real fragile. They don't have an exoskeleton yet. They don't have functioning stingers. They're pretty helpless. So they'll hitch a ride on mama's back for quite a while until they get their first molt and they're ready to go off into the world.
Is this a boy or a girl scorpion?
She's a girl. Would you like to see how I know?
Yes.
Boop, 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 boop. Look underneath.
Okay.
Right there. You guys see that?
What am I looking at?
This is weird wing-shaped appendage. But we know it's a female because that's extra wide and extra big. You see it right there?
Extra wide and extra big.
You got it.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. That's so fancy.
Now, you go ahead and put your hands up, and I want to tell you my favorite thing about scorpions. Lottie, I want you to make an educated guess here.
Okay.
Where is his butt?
Oh Lord. I'm going to guess towards the front.
Please use your finger. Point. Show us where the anus.
I'm gonna guess like right up there.
It's a creative guess. I see you're thinking
Yeah.
outside of the box here.
I feel like it was like a trick question. So,
It was.
you know.
It was. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were right. You're right. Most people assume the scorpion poops out of right here. Instead, they'll poop right out of the end of the tail. The telson is what we call that.
That's
you see
crazy.
that weird little white area? That is his anus.
Is that what color the poop is too?
You know, I very rarely get to see their poop, but when I have seen it, it got all caught up in the soil, so I couldn't actually tell the color, unfortunately.
What color is it supposed to be?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Oh.
a scorpion expert. I am a reptile guy.
You're not a scorpion. Why'd you bring a scorpion? What's her name?
She doesn't have a name, so I was hoping you could help me with that today, Lottie.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh. It'll come to me. I didn't know that was a little on the spot. That's a lot of pressure to name something. You said they're arachnids?
They are arachnids, yeah.
Okay, so they're related to spiders.
Spiders, horseshoe crabs, all that good stuff.
Horseshoe crabs are arachnids?
Horseshoe crabs are arachnids.
Are they crabs?
They are not crabs. Nope.
Why are they called horseshoe crabs?
User error.
I think she likes me. I would like to name her, hear me out on this one, you ready? Lilith.
Lilith. That's a beautiful
Lilith.
name for a beautiful girl.
Yeah, that's the name of Satan's first girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's also the name of my brother's dog.
Okay.
If she were to sting me, what's like the result? What's happening?
It's not going to feel too great, transparently. That tail is actually tipped with a piece of iron. That lets them break right through the chitinous shell of other
Parkour.
arthropods. But fortunately, with this species, the emperor scorpion, the sting is not much worse than a bee sting. It's going to give you a good jam. It's not going to feel great, but you're not dying or going to the hospital or nothing like that unless you had an allergy of some kind. A scorpion of this size, their primary tool is these big, hefty claws that we call pedipalps. It's a fun word for you.
Say it again?
Pedipalps.
Pedipalps. Is there an L in there? Pedipalps? Palps?
I'm a bio guy, not an English major.
So I see this flashlight. What's up with this?
Yeah, I got this very fancy, very elaborate tool called a blacklight. Ooh, let's not shine that too much. They have a really cool trait where they glow under that light.
What? Okay, what's the purpose of that?
It's called biofluorescence, and that's the tricky thing. We don't know exactly the purpose. My first assumption would be that these animals are biofluorescent for, finding each other, catching mates, because they're nocturnal, they're out at night, it's popping off the moon. You'd think it makes them glow a little bit. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Their vision is awful, so we don't know exactly why they have this trait. There's a good chance it's derived from a former ancestor who actually utilized it. But what's real cool, Lottie. Look at that tail. You see how the tip does not shine?
Why is that?
That's because it's coated in iron, just like I was saying before.
So iron is not bioluminescent.
It is not, nope.
I probably could have assumed that. Okay, so you said their eyes are bad, but they're arachnids. Do they have a bunch of eyeballs like spiders do?
Yeah, take a look right on top of the head. Boop. You see those two little dots?
Those are her eyes?
Well, there's clusters in those two little dots right there.
Oh.
But they do have a couple, I believe, closer to the front that helps them see as well.
This is crazy.
A lot of those eyes are more like photoreceptors. They just see like color and light and stuff like that. But they're quite beautiful.
And she has hair. Why do they have hair?
Sensory, exactly. I'm glad you asked. So these hairs, they're used for picking up on vibrations in the ground. So if a bug or predator will walk by, she'll feel them and she'll know they're coming by.
Can she feel my heartbeat right now?
Probably, believe it or not. Those hairs are real sensitive to them.
I like that. Now, where's the mouth?
right there. Now you can't really see it well. It's difficult to display if they're not feeding. But they got these crazy set of claws tucked away in their mouth. And these little mandibles, they use them for, that we actually call them chelicerae because they're arachnids. Chelicerae. Yeah.
What is that? A mandible?
They're not real mandibles like an insect has. We call them chelicerae.
Chelicerae.
Yeah, and they grab their food like that.
Producer Katie, do you want to hold a scorpion? Producer Katie doesn't want to hold a scorpion. Does Ryan want to hold a scorpion? Cameraman Ryan doesn't want to. All right, well, since everyone else is too scared to hold the scorpion, I think this is where we're going to end this segment of Uncle Tony's Reptile Corner. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning in to the Weekly Tweak yet again. Let's get up to 100 followers on TikTok and YouTube. Also, we have an Instagram. It's not doing too hot, but it's there. See you guys next week.